Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Evening News with me, Zashana. In tonight's top stories, Anti-Corruption Commission ACC declares there were no acts of corruption involved in the way that Centre for Continuing Education CCE paid tuition fees for 4 of its employees. Foreign Minister Dunia Mamun says that we must pay attention to the warning signs of climate change and be prepared for natural disasters. Civil Court declares that the agreement between Education Ministry and the management of the International Preschool in Vilimale cannot be nullified. Anti-Corruption Commission ACC declares there were no acts of corruption involved in the way that Centre for Continuing Education CCE paid tuition fees for 4 of its employees. According to ACC, there is no evidence that CCE's decision to provide financial assistance to its employees for education and training, as was announced in 2010, while CCE's employees were informed of the decision through memos, followed by which the centre had decided in 2011 to provide tuition fees of those who applied for the assistance. However, the Education Ministry had later highlighted in its audit report that CCE acted against the civil service regulations. Anti-Corruption Commission says that while the 2012 audit report of the Education Ministry did not highlight that there were any legal issues surrounding the way financial assistance was provided to CCE's employees, ACC's investigation also revealed that there were no acts of corruption involved in it. Reportedly, since ACC began investigation into the case, the employees of CCE who are studying under the financial assistance have not been able to pay their tuition fees for over 6 months. Minister Dunia Mamun says that we must pay attention to the warning signs of climate change and be prepared for natural disasters. In a statement issued on the 10th anniversary of the December 2004 tsunami, Dunia said that warnings given by scientists are becoming a reality and hence we must take precautionary measures for possible disasters and take action to build our resilience and become stronger. She said that when the December 2004 tsunami struck, years of development were washed away within a few minutes. Praising those who worked tirelessly to help victims of the tsunami recover and rebuild their homes, Dunia said that on that day we saw true spirit of oneness, our common history and the bonds that bind us together like no other. Civil Court declares that the agreement between Education Ministry and management of the International Preschool in Vilimale cannot be nullified. According to the court's verdict, although the ministry signed a 12-year agreement with the Edu Options company last year to run the school, the agreement was nullified by the ministry last month. It further said that the company was running the school in accordance with Education Ministry's orders and that when they were asked to present an action plan of the improvements required by the school, it was submitted. And it was thus settled that if the plan was being followed, the agreement will not be cancelled. The verdict also stated that while the Education Ministry had given a period for the necessary changes to be made, as per the set regulations, the agreement was cancelled without providing any response to the action plan presented by Edu Options and also without checking whether the action plan was being implemented or not. Hence, Civil Court ruled that the agreement between the company and the Education Ministry is in fact valid. We'll take a short break now and return in a few minutes.
डेटा हुए सासवा करनो जाएंगे तो नबील फोन अमुरा लाफी स्टार एक अंतर एक हेस चेस में फोन रिक्वेस्ट फोन और बाकू तो ले पड़ेगा डेटा आएंगे तो डेटा ले पड़ेगा वर फंसे कमाएगी ये तो डेटा ले पड़ेगा.
Welcome back. The Attorney General's office is working on a phone application to familiarize the public with the new penal code. The application is being created by Legal Sector Resource Centre LSRC, run under the AG's office. According to LSRC, they are trying to launch the application before the new penal code comes into effect, and that they are also trying to create a website to create public awareness on the penal code. In addition, they are carrying out efforts to evaluate penal code and find out the changes it requires. At the same time, LSRC is conducting training programs with regard to new penal code. Yesterday, a 6-hour program was conducted for media outlets. The new penal code, ratified in April this year, will come into effect in April next year. A large amount of liquor bottles have been found from a household in Male City. Large amounts of liquor bottles and beer cases were found from Farmuderi Gyaga in Marfan Ward at around 11:30 p.m. last night. According to police, the street value of the bottles would amount to 200,000 rupiah. The bottles were discovered under a day-long operation carried out by police yesterday. When the house was inspected under a court order, 70 liquor bottles and 70 cans of beer were discovered from a room occupied by expatriates. Under the operation, one man was arrested after he was caught red-handed selling liquor bottles to another party. Police have observed that a large number of expatriates are engaging in the liquor trade in recent times. Reparation work on the tsunami monument constructed in the Lonuziarang area of Male City has been completed. The monument, which was built in commemoration of the lives lost during the 2004 tsunami, has been given a repaint in addition to its metals being polished and a new bridge being built. According to Home Ministry, the aim of this facelift was to make the monument a structure which all Maldivians are proud of. 82 Maldivians passed away in the tsunami that occurred 10 years ago, causing widespread damage and destruction across many countries lying in the Indian Ocean.